Let's set up and connect WhatsApp with OpenClaw so that we can have a local AI chat using Ollama supported models. You first need to visit ollama.com and download Ollama. You can use the bash command to install Ollama, or you can download it from this link. Once you download Ollama, you also need a model to run it. So over here, these are the recommended models. You can download any of these open source models and run with Ollama. I have already downloaded this one, GLM 4.7 Flash. Once you download and install Ollama and your preferred model, you also need to set the context length. To do that, I will launch the Ollama desktop app. Once you launch that, you go to the toolbar and click Ollama, then you select settings. You make sure you have the context length set to 64K. Since I have it already set, I'll close the window. Once you complete the first step, you go to the second step, Ollama launch OpenClaw. So with this command, we can launch OpenClaw via Ollama. Let's open a new terminal instance and put the command. I'll press the return key to run it. Since I have the GLM 4.7 Flash model already installed, it will use this model to launch OpenClaw via Ollama. So you have noticed here that was successful. OpenClaw has been configured with Ollama. Gateway is already running. Let's see our next step. The next step is to open the web UI of OpenClaw. So we copy this command, OpenClaw dashboard. With the terminal running, let's launch another instance. So I'll run OpenClaw dashboard to open the web UI. Now that we have the web UI, we can enter any message here and send it. The next thing we have to do is to configure channels to add WhatsApp. Previously, I configured Telegram and Slack. So as you have noticed here, we haven't configured WhatsApp yet. So let's move on to our next step. To configure the WhatsApp channel, we should run this command, OpenClaw config. So I'll bring the terminal and run that command. First, we need to select the gateway. Since we are running a local Ollama model, we have to select the local version. I'll press the return key to continue. The next thing to do is to select the section we want to configure. These are all the various options we can configure. In our case, we need to configure channels. So we should select the option configure/link. The next thing to do is to select the channel you want to configure. And these are all chat messaging applications you can configure to work seamlessly with OpenClaw. So I'm going to select WhatsApp. And as you have noticed, we haven't linked it yet. So I'll press the return key to select it. Next, we have to select how we want to link WhatsApp. So I'll select the QR code version. With that, I'll scan the QR code with the WhatsApp app on my phone. So I'll press the return key to continue. We now have the code to scan. So I'll bring my phone and scan it. I have opened the WhatsApp app on my phone. So I'll go to link devices and link the device. Next, I have to answer some questions here. I'll select the first option. So that shows my personal phone number. I'll press the return key to continue. So as you have noticed, now the link has changed and we have WhatsApp linked. Since everything is done, we can now navigate to the button and select finished. Next, I'll select continue. So if we now go back to the web interface, you have noticed on the right, WhatsApp is now configured. So if I scroll down, you have noticed we have the phone number that was used for the configuration. So from the WhatsApp app on my iPhone, you have seen the message that was sent from the web UI has been sent here. From the web, I sent hi, so we can reply to this message. I made a mistake, so I'll send it again. As you have noticed in the first message, it noticed that I made a typo. So I deleted the first message and sent the second one. And we now have a reply to the second message, both in the web UI of OpenClaw and also in the WhatsApp app on my iPhone. I will ask another question again. Since we are using a local Ollama model, it is not really fast, so that may take a while before answering. However, if you use a cloud model of Ollama, the response will be much faster. So you have noticed both on the web UI and also in the iPhone WhatsApp app, we have a response from the AI model. So this is how you can connect OpenClaw with WhatsApp using Ollama to build your own local AI assistant.